Hello, everyone. How's it going? Here we are with some Mystic Arc. Last 10 games of the challenge. Until last other stuff pops in last minute. Still constantly bracing myself for that, for the goalpost to move slightly closer. But the way things are going, at the very least, I beat more games than their new releases, so that's kind of a good that's a good thing. So here we are with some Mystic Arc. I'm surprised it took this far into the challenge to get it because I did Game Lord, Brain Lord, all the way back in game number 40 a few years ago. Then 5 games later, I did Seven Saga. This is the same developers, but this is game number 161. So just over 150 games later. No, and over 100 games later. I know how to math. Yeah, so yeah, I played this a few years ago and I thought it was good. Like, it's a very interesting game. Just has a few neat concepts. Music's good and everything. Visuals is fine. So I'm looking forward to this. The soundtrack was stuck in my head even before I started playing because I'm just thinking about some of the old memories of the OST. So yeah, let's get ourselves going. Hey, I hope everyone's doing good. Where is Intro Arc just hiding there for a moment? Why is it doing that? That was weird. And of course, achievements. There's two versions of this translation, one by AGTP and Genesis. This is the Dynamic Designs version. I don't know why they did this or if they were first, but those are the ones retro achievements tied to, so I'm just doing that. So they're probably going to take a few liberties with the script, but yeah. Then we'll wait a little bit until some people come in and we just do the intro, past the intro stuff. Because I want to share some things I recently got, but I don't want to do it in total silence. And I want to kind of pay attention to this intro. Kind of as a multitasking. I hope everyone's doing well in the meanwhile. There, that was just giving me something. He doesn't have a pants or shirt on. I remember liking this intro in the sense of, yeah, there's absolutely no dialogue or anything, but through the animations and the moments and stuff, it just kind of conveys what's going on. Like less is more sort of thing. Like this character got captured by this mysterious floating rectangle and just got turned into this figurine. Like she's just going about her business, enjoying her day, then suddenly this. And she's just kind of backing away, then suddenly this. Falling under a curse. I like this intro. Hey, looks again. What's going on? It's 3. Minty sound. Oh, wait, stop. Hello, that creature's just confused what's going on. Okay, but thank you very much for stopping by, Sunfall. Welcome. Yeah, I remember using her for a lot because main healer. Oh. Uh, hey, Ah, shit, they could float. I need your abilities right now. Game design produce. Then there's the MC. Hey, Millie. Yeah, this is a better 7th Saga Sunfall. Like, 7th Sunfall is not... 7th Saga is not bad, but it's just very grindy and very old school. Mythic. Yeah, I never tried it myself, so I can't say. I can't speak from experience. I just heard it just restores the original Japanese balance, which is nicer apparently than the US version. Mystic Arc. Right, let's get to it. Mm-hmm. I can respect them. They're always doing these kind of tributes. It's like, hey, for fallen, for someone who died or killed or anything, just someone who's a part of the team or part of the communities. Let's go with female. Hey, it's Ferris from FF5. This is very S&T style music with the... like, I guess there's just a particular sound font or style. And I don't know what it's called or what's the right terms. Stay back, stay back. Yeah, I kind of like the minimalist storytelling here, just the way it's conveyed. Like, I could just do all sorts of storytelling, so I could just appreciate whatever the games do for what they are. Ferris. I'm free. Yeah. Yeah. Touch it. Explosion noises. Yay! 100x road, 100 stream streak. I'll make you a VIP, but you already are, so, there. Congrats on it. Your streaks are hard to follow. Like, I had over 50, then it just broke at some point. Maybe I missed one of your random short streams, but I thought I watched a VOD of it. And you have to hide yourself from all the trails as well. At least this is a little less scary today and tomorrow. Yeah. has kind of a little bit of point-and-click adventure aspects, where you just go and interact with objects and try to figure stuff out. Yeah, I hope your connection works out well. So then I would consider, maybe redeeming for longer games. Like, I would feel super bad and guilty if, let's say, I can, redeem a long game and you just constantly have 2-hour streams, 1-hour streams, and it takes like, what, 50 plus hours or something like that. So I'm like, no. Yeah, I would just be like, you don't have to finish it. You're not obligated. Anywho, before I continue with the game, hey Huxla, how's it going? I want to share a few goodies. Like this week I've been ordering, happy Single Awareness Days or happy Valentine's Days for the lucky couples and everything, and happy relationships. So I hope everything goes well there. So this week I had a few things ordered, just stuff I meant to order for the channel for a while. Some wants and things like that, some other things. So first off, and this is going to be for the future. So with the PlayStation 1 and 2 challenge, I like to play occasionally on real hardware. Like, sure, I'm going to do a lot of emulations through retro achievements, but there's a couple of games I do own. Not everything's on retro achievements, so for those I would do real console hardware with. I got a retro tank now. I set that up with the PS2 side so far with the wirings. So yay for that. Thank you guys for the support and everything. I feel like this is the justification just to kind of get myself some extra equipment and gear. And thank you very much, Pern. Thank you. So yeah, it just feels like it's kind of like hard to justify getting it for a long while because, like I said, I emulate a lot. But with a new challenge approaching, I would like to do things a little different at least once in a while, or give myself options to just play random PS2 1 and 2 games and not worry about converters or emulations or scales sometimes, or maybe just not compatible with the emulator. And second thing, so I've been using this handheld for a long while. Like, hey name, how's it going? This is my personal go-to emulation device where I've just been playing a lot of stuff for leisure gaming, especially with the whole retro achievements obsession. Yeah, very shiny. Yeah, unfortunately the R2 button kind of messed up. Not because the button is functional, but the plastic broke, so I cannot just fix it or replace it. But this was just around the time I was ordering yet another device though, because I can't help it. I like new toys, I like new handhelds, I like emulations. Yeah, so this is a new toy I got yesterday. Not a 3DS, something called the Iron Thor. So, clamshell dual screen emulation device that could just multitask stuff with, like, I could just have a browser on top or bottom or in the game on one of the screens, so I could just kind of have things as a dedicated device. So this is just personal stuff I'll just share with that, and you might be pausing a fair lot because I've just been transferring I've been transferring stuff from one device to another, one memory card to another. Well, copying. Nah, this is just for myself. There, I turned it off. And yeah, Mystic Arc. I've played this before, Red Blue Fire. It's a good game. Sometimes obtuse in progression. And I could just always dim it if I want to as well. Like, I could just make it very dark. Like, the brightness is just near lowest. And one more thing, and this came in today. This is going to be for the PlayStation Stuff the Future Challenge. Another 8-bit controller with the PS dongle. So this could be used on real hardware or on the PC. So that's going to be kind of fun. Like, yeah. So this is perfectly functional, but basically for the next challenge, this is going to get replaced by this. Yeah. I know. Yeah, we'll see how it is. And for the fun of it as an extra bonus, and this is just purely aesthetic, I ordered from Etsy, customized face buttons, so the face buttons here are going to get replaced by the XY triangle squares. So I just ordered that for fun, just to basically customize an order and replay and just change up the buttons here. So just to make it add to the PlayStation feel of it. More expensive than I thought, but whatever. So that's just basically with the retro tank. This is just basically setting up part of the PlayStation challenge for whenever I indulge into real hardware, or just you could use the PlayStation controller at the time for the feel of it. Yeah, and this is why I specifically ordered the dongle with it. Yes, I have the PlayStation dongle. Okay, this is the fire. It's L, just lets me search. Let's toss the goddess steer into the raging fire. You created a crystal. Everyone gather around the SNES fireplace, yeah. The door materialized in the sudden... Oh. The crystal is part of my mind's eye. It'll prove to be of great value during your journey. You should depart the temple through the sudden door. Once outside, come to me. Why do I feel like it was a dash button in this game? I must have misremembered. You just threw the fire, which made a crystal for your mind. Open the door. Yeah, it's a trippy world. No, it was a crystal tear, I think. It's magic. No dashing allowed. The Mystic Arcs. Oh yeah, Mad Cats. That brand discontinued for ages, but I knew those. I recall that brand in fighting game sticks, and the fighters that were sponsored by it. Yeah, it's terrible. Memories. Never had one myself, but I just knew of it. FF6 was a year before this game, yeah. Squaresoft is just a different beast. Mad Cat's aka the little brother controller, yeah. Yeah, or it just seems kind of fragile, or just basically a lot of third-party controllers in general just don't have that brand quality or recognition. Hey, Boat Ladder, how's it going? I think I might have one of those mega memory cards. Or these kind of cheap memory cards. Kind of like these. Yeah, slowly hooking up the PlayStations. And I'm not being lazy. Okay. We're shoving a Mystic Arc Brisket. How's it going? Where's the lock? I think I vaguely recall RE4K Suck Controller. Never had one myself. I've been hearing things about through other streams about this Pro Memory Card thing, but I have no idea about it. And yeah, maybe it's something I'd poke into, but it's not really urgent. I'm not gonna go for authenticity, just kind of convenience. So we gotta find our next progression. That's the first step. Ill. So just one of those very poor quality memory cards. Gaze at it. Group. Whoops. Yeah, so this is part RPG, part adventure game. So it's a very interesting game. Basically, you just gotta find where to go for the next area. And this is for later. Yeah. Yeah, but I was just gonna lower the RetroArch emulation volume mix. There you go. Slot always correcting my audios. Yeah, we got some Mystic Arc, finally. Yeah. No, really, rather, audio balance wasn't invented in 1985. We don't have any arcs yet. No. Audio balance is an internal struggle. So we're going to be doing 2 streams of it, then it's going to be break for a while because I want to do more trails next few days after Sunday. And then it's going to be my birthday streamversary special of 2026. Yay! We're going to be marathoning through 5 games. And then a break, then back to Mystic Arc and Trails. Yeah, I don't know. There's not gonna be Romancing Saga, but it's gonna be a saga. Yeah, there's a pencil. A very sturdy pencil. Yeah, I got other games lined up in mind. Did a teaser in the Discord. You'll see otherwise when that time comes. Things are mostly working, but I gotta double check. Yeah, Red Blue Fire likes the list. Alright, so yeah, should be the first world. Oops. The instant you touch the ship, your body goes rigid and your field of vision turns dark. Woo. So one of the gimmicks of this game is that there's multiple worlds. This is world number 1. And we're gonna be solo. We're gonna be solo for a while. We won't get a party member until next world. Yep. Hey, Matoya, it's FF1 universe confirmed. Yeah, I've beaten this many years ago for on stream, but before the challenge. So was that over 5 years ago? Probably 2019. So it's been a long, long while. Okay, this is to go back to the shrine. Num num num. Okay, and how do we menu this? Oops. Okay, there we go. Sweet freedom. And hey, remember this kind of an encounter system with the dots? Seventh Saga again. Same perspective as well. Just better. It'll be a fair lot of grinding, but it's not as bad as Seven Sagas. Yeah, there's perspectives like this. But the encounter system, yeah, that's pretty unique. I could just stay still and eventually get encounters. And they're coming for me. The options are very limited with just a solo party member. No magics. Got the white dots, yeah. Like, uh-oh. Very low on HP, I thought I was gonna level there. Yeah, find the ship. Where's the level up? Yeah. So you can't go here yet. I'm just looking around all the same. So we gotta find the thing. Uh-oh. That's the wire. And safety save. Still no level up. Like, I know I learned some healing and stuff. It's like, ooh, it's kind of rough. Hey, you got kitties. Hey, he has a 6-pack. Alright, so just give me a moment. I'm gonna just be transferring stuff to the new handheld. Some big files, copying things. We'll just play while things are copying. Multitasking pro. Yeah, there's 2 versions of this. I played the HETP one, which is probably the one you're playing, with the skinnier font. I'm just doing this version in particular, even though dynamic designs as fan translator is just kind of eh. Solely because retro achievements, that's just been my shtick. Yeah, like this version supports the achievements, the other doesn't, for whatever reason. So it's like, okay, sure. Whatever you say, Chivo devs. And this is just purely personal stuff. Like, I just feel like I get a little self-conscious being a bit about retro achievements, this retro achievements, that. This is just basically my personal bonus fun, and killing 2 birds, 1 stone, getting on points, achievements and stuff, while also just doing the challenge. It's just sort of a secondary bonus for myself. In just a moment, I'm just transferring stuff on USB drives. Being slow. Yeah, we'll just talk while things are loading. Hopefully the micro SD doesn't mess up. Okay. That's PS2. Streamer, I'm afraid I'm gonna need you to lock in and get superfluous digital achievement stickers for my personal amusement. Yes, sir. Will do. Right after just doing this thing. Yes. Yeah. Well, luckily, streamer person, viewer person, got all this to do, though a lot of it is also just kind of like do bosses with low-level runs and stuff like that, so I'm not going to bother getting everything, because that's just going to be a little too out of the way from what I've glanced over. Yeah. And I don't mind it too much, even just the occasional backseating and help and stuff. Just don't overdo it, basically, especially if you're new to the channel, which none of you currently are. It's more like this person just joins in and just kind of only just throws in tips and advice and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, thanks and all, but, you know, I hope you just talk more beyond that. Okay. I should buy some potions. Tips and advice I'm new, yeah. No, you're also around for a while, BP, so I'll listen to you as long as it's not like every 5 minutes. How's it going today? Either I've been missing your streams or you haven't done FF12 in the last few days. Okay, I was out for a few hours. Like my dad's birthday was on the 12th. I decided to just go out with him and with the family. So that was just being nice sometimes. Excuse me, but I just got here, but I can't help but notice you don't play the game exactly how I did. You noob. I ate tacos. Breakfast tacos was nice. And some guacamole and salsa. And chips. If you miss the secret, it'll ruin the whole playthrough. Well, knows. I'll just be hard on myself if I missed it. No. I'll leave that alone. This is me and everyone. Ooh, we're enslaved to the cats. Hey, Magical Fails, how's it going? Alright, I already talked to you. I did talk to everyone, I think. You've been seeing an uptick on people who are old enough to be these remakes, but not old enough to be the originals. Ew, old graphics. Vomiting. I get it. You saw someone asking where Roche was in the OG FF7 and just aging to dust. Or Leslie or Kyrie. Kiri, or whatever the name was, the wannabe merc. And I keep saying this to other people, or just to kind of add to the age factor. Xbox 360 is over 20 years old. The first HD console. Yeah. It hurts. Yeah, November 2005. Age 2 is 21 years old, yeah. And you know that meme where it's like the whole FF10, FF Final Fantasy 20 years ago? It shows the NES version or one of the versions of one, then it showed actually FF10. In a few years, FF13 is going to be 20 years old. 2009. Yep. Yeah, entire civilizations have risen and fallen the same span of time has been since PS2, yeah. Sure. I think I remember this. I have to take all the pawns. Getting stuck. No, not actual oh yeah, kind of actual chess, but just take all the pawns. There we go. Nailed it. Check me out. There. Here's your arbitrary sticker for you, Hogslot. Nope. Just the mini game. How's it going, P3R? I can't use it though. Just have descriptions of items. And this I forget. Info. Okay, just the combat item. Once you get your interest on the new, you'll look at your trophy stuff, yeah. No. How do I explain this? Basically, you and a few others got trapped in this mysterious place, and you're going around traveling to different worlds to try to get back home. This is world 1 out of 8, where we have a cat-themed, little cat-themed pirate area. And next is gonna be something else, just to kind of mix things up. Ever invent the hologram technology? Oh, you want this for create the hologram shelves of your virtual Chivos? Nice. Like the House in Fata Morgana. That is a good visual novel. It's one of my favorites. Love the soundtrack to it. Here, have this onion. Everybody's crying. Can't do anything here. Oh, good old Xenosaga. I haven't played that over a decade. Alright. Got that trigger. Let's try to rest. Yeah, people, I know there was some hoping for that on the State of Play, though. I feel like a Xenogears remaster would be more of a direct thing. Because they like to do the retro remakes. Or remasters. Wait, wrong place. Yeah. The HD 2D guys, yeah. Yeah, Star Ocean 2 remake was really good. So technically you could play this game one-handed. Like, a lot of the confirms are L. Our back copy of Xenogears Perfect Works. I've been hearing about the Xenogears Perfect Works for recently. It's like, I don't know exactly what that is. Like, I've just been seeing that term pop up like here and there. Flashing. Okay. It's the full sword. Xenogears just one part of many. Gotcha. Level up. Here we go. I like the level up jingle. Here's our healing. Yeah, give me that power. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. Even though people not been using the command as much, I still like to have it updated out of habit. For SNES upcoming, gotta remove this game's name. You forgot one thing. And we'll just don't mind getting more battles anyway, so that actually works. Yeah, if only Huxloth. Yeah, we're getting ever close to the end of all this. Yes, the bouncer. Which is a very arbitrary game, but I added that to the challenge because it's a short game, has very light RPG elements, but I feel like it's just a funny game for that B-movie plot. So I'm giving it some love and using that as an executive choice excuse. Yeah. No, I feel like I'm gonna get arrested by Nintendo ninjas because I've been emulating all this feature, so I better not. Yeah, this is the 10th game. We're on Final 10. Just exploring a bit while leveling. Yeah. Yeah. Very. I mean, I got all this legit at least. Oh yeah, and by the way, if notice on the right, there's like a lot of little cases on the floor. I was cleaning up stuff and was looking for something, and apparently there was a bunch of DS cases. Before the move that I stashed away, and I completely forgot it was stashed. So it's like, oh, I forgot I got more DS games than I thought, sort of thing. And it's like years later, I just found some more boxes. No, they're not coring the house. They're other stuff. I lost my copy of Reading His Story, unfortunately. But I still have the box. And the 3DS version of Reading His Story is expensive. I missed out on that, getting that sooner. Let's see, from that random pile. I guess I gotta move the SNES stuff elsewhere. I'm not gonna go. I'm not going through all of them, but here's just a few, just stuff I get cheap or collection or curious. Cooking Mama. Remember that series? One of the best Tetrises. This is a good graphic adventure, Hotel Dusk. I have not played that in a long time. That could be a good stream game. I like to do more graphic adventures and visual novels. No, not visual novels. Warrior Touched. What else? is noteworthy. Yeah, remember the the magic touch of Rub Rabbits thing? Yeah, it's basically a minigame compilation. This I just got cheap because I thought it was just a funny name. It's a puzzle game, Squishy Tank. There's a crap ton of stuff on the DS. Hey, I never finished this one, but Puzzle Quest. Well, you just do a lot of touches. Lost copy of this one, unfortunately. Atelier Annie. That was a funny Atelier game. And here's this random visual novel published by Ubisoft when I got it with the DS. Like, yeah, when I got my DS, there's 2 games I picked up on it because I don't like to get one game, Super Mario 64 DS and this random visual novel Sprung. Courtesy of Ubisoft. It's basically a dating sim. It wasn't very good, I remember, but it was a thing. Now for the actual games, it's probably somewhere in the bag of cartridges I still never put in. Even if it's been over 2 years since the move, I've just been lazy. Very, very lazy to clean and organize and put back stuff. So I just have random DS carts and Switch carts in Ziplocs that I just didn't put back stuff. At the very least, I'm probably just going to move this in the shelves maybe during the week. I had a new 3DS, but my bag was stolen with a few games. I had the limited edition for Majora's Mask, though I do have another one, the light version. And I have a regular Excel for the stream, this with a capture device. Yeah, like this is the 3DS XL. They have the capture device built in for legit hardware when they occasionally stream the DS or 3DS stuff. Been a long time since I used it, but at least I used it more than once. It's just better hardware, so some games are smoother and a little bit of higher resolution. Otherwise, not huge difference. Just some games run better on it. It was mainly promoted for Monster Hunter and the better 3D thing. Yeah, better 3D if you like messing with that. Oh yeah, and I wish we got more of these games. Rocket Slime. I think there's maybe a few fan translations of it. Anyways, back to the video game. Oh shit. I need to heal. Yeah, I used it sometimes and it gave me a headache, so I stopped using it eventually. At first I would just feel like this feels wrong not doing it, but I just decided not to be stubborn about it and just treat it as more enhanced. Yeah. It was a cute idea though. Probably because I'm a sucker for hardware and new toys hug slots, so it's like, sure, why not? And that just sometimes feels like my Steam Deck is working, so for streaming purposes, I probably use the GameCube for the stream stuff on the PC stuff occasionally. Get out of here. Yeah, so you can make it an orange box if you want to. Like I was just sharing this earlier on stream, and you were talking about 3DS stuff. It's like, I literally got a dual screen emulation handheld like yesterday, so I've just kind of been transferring stuff while streaming. So that's just my new personal toy for emulation. It's more of a want than a need. So yeah, the Iron Thor. I got it yesterday. Yeah, basically the successor to my Retro Pocket Mini thing I've been using. I enjoyed the collection of it. So, to answer your question, I'm probably gonna get the Game Box Hug Slot, because why not? Yeah, it came in the mail yesterday. Yeah, I pre-ordered it early January, and it released the second batch. Now there's a third batch of pre-orders, and I think it's coming out in March for the next shipment. But it might be more expensive because of the RAM shortage, you know. Yeah, January 26th, last month. Yeah, last month. Get out of here. Okay, now, how do I progress this again? Maybe on the side? Nope. I may have to go back. Give the report that I can't enter. I've never played Dragon Saga at all. I need more experience with Saturn stuff. Like, there's a lot of neat fan translations I could at least mess with, since the Western library is pretty limited. One of my favorite games from the little I've played is probably Radiant Silvergun, the shmup. Yeah, fair. Alright, so now it's gonna be the, okay, how to trigger the next thing. That's where it came from. Not really, but have you heard of Seventh Saga? It's the Japan-only sequel. So it's got maybe minor cult following factor, but it's not popular. Nope, that's SNES. Like, it's one of the older SNES games. Very old school grindy game. Yeah, Grand Stream Saga is by the guys that did Soul Blazer 2, Illusion of Gaia Terra Enigma, the Quintet. I think they splinter off from Quintet, some of the guys. I think it was Sting, not Sting, something else. I could think it was a different game. It was from the Quintet guys. It's pretty notorious for making the game in the Western version harder, because they just decided to, for whatever reason, or maybe it's a bug, to decrease EXP values and just make everything grindier and harder. May have to go back to the ship, but we could explore a little bit. I always like when there's multiple battle themes for variety. And without Vic Ireland's help, yeah, it's Enix is doing. Most challenging game. And keeping in mind I do save states and stuff, so it's going to be kind of a little mess. Let me look through this, because Tactics Ogre is definitely a very tough game early on, but I think it was just a really satisfying game. Thrashi Fire Emblem 5 was probably by far the most challenging game I've played on the challenge, and the longest with 77 hours, but that was a good game. I thought it was just very engaging, despite how evil it is. And just basically everything's just stacked against you. Yeah, Romancing Saga 3 was also pretty tough, especially the final boss. But that was a very satisfying final boss fight. Sort of thing. And that's mostly it. A lot of games didn't feel super hard, or just more tedious than everything, or just kind of like moderate difficulty. Yeah, that was like really early on. I'm just taking anything else recently. Yeah, I'm just thinking the other challenging stuff, but not necessarily rewarding. There was also Dark Law, Meaning of Death. That was a tough game, but it wasn't really rewarding. It was just like, I'm glad I don't play games blind, and I survived it. Sharon was tough, yeah, but I cheesed it, so it's just kind of like hard to count that, because I just sort of broke the game in the sense of how it did things plus save states, where I just kept I spent 10 hours just going through the same level floors over and over again to power up my weapons, then just did one major run of it to be OP. And then just barely survived in the end. Because good thing I hoard stuff. Yeah, I guess Sheeran can kind of count. Then there's games like Light Fantasy, the worst SNES game on the list, where it's challenging for the wrong reason, and it's a very big mental challenge. That was a rough game. Yeah. And I feel like it just kind of sucks up skipping over DQ4, because I played the DS version. I thought it was good, but there's just no other English version of it except NES. So there's no 4 on SNES, no English version of 4 on PlayStation 1 and 2. Like there is Japanese DQ4, but there was no fan translation of it. Maybe I could push the rocks. I've actually replayed through Onimusha 1 recently because I saw another stream of it. I had fun with it. It was pretty tough, but I managed it. Even did 100% on retro achievements, even though there was like a PS4 set for the remaster. Never played 2 and 3 and 4. Hey, Hero, how's it going? So you can't move those, yes. Okay, I think the Xbox one is the harder version of it. I played the PS2 version, which is like the easier one. Yeah, if I remember correctly. That's also why. It's going. We just started this. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing. Can I hang here first? Yeah, it's like I'm not too big on FF12, but I want to give it another chance. Maybe I enjoyed more with streaming and talking about it. Because when I played it by myself, I was kind of bored, even though I finished the remaster of it. Alright, let's go back then. Yeah, we'll see how I feel about it much later on. Level 4. Gotta get back. I'm Captain Bosch Runseberg of Dalmasca. I think Balthier's one of the more popular characters. Because he's the leading man. So there's a fair lot of backtracking of this game. Still kind of one of the downsides, but it doesn't matter, I want the XP anyways. Alright, good. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, 6 packs over here. Alright. Yeah, it's like I've been seeing arguments about Van's purpose, and this is the kind of basically the Titus of the game, just basically the audience protagonist, just to explain what's going on and everything, and just being a support to the main heroine Ash. Penelo, though, yeah, just feels very tag along with a little purpose. I feel Van is just good enough for that. Penelo is just the third wheel in all this. Excuse me, Vaughn. Van is the trail's protagonist. For this one, I remember using the healer most of the time. And likely one of the DPS is probably the robot. I forgot who I used before. And we're not going to be getting party members for a few hours. Get out of here. Yeah. Let's have more of this. New recruit. This helps with the inventory management. Yeah, Meowster here, yeah. Like that for a moment. Ow. This was the base movement to be forward. Don't do any funny business. Yum yum. In just a moment, I'm just gonna get some gum. It's like I keep staring into my gum pack over here. It's like, yeah, let me just get some. Just to make sure I'm double checking, talking to people. Yeah, berry flavored. There you go. Damn, hundreds of years. The long eternal war that they don't know any other life. Oops. Right here. Guess we're good here for now. Let me double check with the bottom those two NPCs. Get out. Moving on up. Oh no. He's kind of cool. I'm so bad at these. For some reason I'm just not good in these types of puzzles. There we go. Oh, yeah, is the other way around? I had it and I lost it. Classic me. There we go. Nailed it. Need better food out there. Meow. Okay. Stuff moved over. Oh, that's so. I'll take this. Yeah, take that. We'll take a fancy trinket. Gotta sleep the night away. Might just take a break in a few minutes to rest a little. Didn't get that much sleep, so just been kind of napping here and there. You know. I don't got this moon crest thing. Only like 5 more minutes. Arbitrary things. Here we go. Solve the puzzle. Figure out what's here. I don't remember the progression of this game very well. That's something for much later. Guess that's something for later, otherwise what's the point now? We have to talk to the 6-pack. Nothing I could do here right now. Just for destroying them. Just double check if I overlook something. Like here. Yeah, this song is also good. damage, but then gotta enjoy it while it lasts. Level up. Well, let's just keep going for now. I mean, slimes. It's magic now. I'd rather be saving for healing. See how much damage it does. Doesn't one-shot it. So I might as well just be a little more patient. I remember it has auto battle. If I want to cancel, it's like, do I press B? Yeah. If it does it one more time, I'll just take a break. I can see this for a little while. I did say it, so... Yeah, since I could get encounters even when standing still, I just menu. Why can't I menu? There we go. It was just not responding for some reason. So, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, just give myself a little rest break. And we'll just continue on some more. I'm not going to be streaming very, very long. Doing the weekly hangout with a friend for anime night, because I'm not going to be doing it next week because Streamversary. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, thank you for the wait. Let us continue after the controller just sinks back in. So I probably gotta bring back to the ship. The auto battle's still going. Or not. Maybe there's more. One of those nights I'm just feeling kind of tired, but it is what it is. Wanted to make some progress, especially since things are just going to be busy next few days. At least want to get a bit of a start with this game. Ooh, 3 of them. No, that's not going to be for like another few hours, Grumpy. And thank you for the sub and support, Lurkin Tomberry. Hope life is good for you. Yeah, I forget how many hours it takes to get the first party member, because I gotta beat this world first. So probably 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. Okay, cool. Got warp. So we give that C to. Yep, the successor to a special successor to 7 Saga. It's a better game. Japan only. Yeah. This is generally easier, though the bosses can be mean for reasons I'll explain later. Like, I could explain it now, but it's like, might as well wait. Sounds good. We're just gonna play both sides. Yeah, part puzzle RPG. That's about that tale. Aye, aye, beer. Let's go, friends. Might as well. MC privilege. Inventory management is going to be a drag later. So nothing stacks and there is a finite inventory. I'm supposed to return 10 weapons, so maybe I'm supposed to buy 10 weapons from the shop. So just in case. I don't have a particular item. Yeah, funny joke at Texas, what ladies? Hope your day went well. Let me see what the name says. You'll do. Yeah, basically. But aren't you a guy? Sorry, I'm straight. Yeah, I went to go back and just check with the tenants. I see. I think it's cool. Which version of Breath of Fire? Yeah. Believe it or not, there is a Breath of Fire 6. Mobile only. Yeah, I don't know, I never played it myself because it was Japan only. Oh yeah, people left. So I can't just buy from the shops. Because Japan, Texas. I didn't even hear neither good or bad, just it's mobile. Okay. One of those puzzles. Or maybe not puzzle. They like their mobile markets and stuff. This should have been a spin-off, not a mainline game. Yeah, I'm lazy late name, and that's why I didn't clean my room. Yeah, maybe one day in the Nintendo Direct, Grumpy, for a Breath of Fire collection. Well, Japan are much neater folks than I am. Yeah, it's not always Japan's fault. It's not turning completely into a scapegoat. That wouldn't be nice. Instead, it's my fault, somehow, magically. But I did play Breath of Fire 3 and 4 on the casual stream. Yeah, I never did get good King's Sword when I played Breath of Fire 3. Yeah, Kirch. We're actually playing a JRPG. with a little bit of point and click adventures. Yeah. Yep, spiritual successor to Seven Saga, same developers, Japan only, Sofian translation. Trying to find my next plot trigger. Yeah. And like I'll probably look up a guide, but let me try myself for a little while. Yeah, I wanted to experience OG 7 Saga once. Next time I ever play it, I'm gonna do modded. Like it has some occasional obtuse progression where you go back and forth. You just talk to my cat friend and in the other ship. Destroying them now. And if you ever played Seven Saga, it's just basically the similar style. Sure. Yeah, I've played both of those already on the challenge. Balance Quest is the very second game. Oops. Messed up though. I pushed one rock too far, though. There we go. Should've done that earlier. I don't know why I actually mess things up or push too far. Ugh, so much rock pushing. As soon as exactly how to arrange the rocks, we'll just push them. We're getting there. I did it. As well. I think there's a boss nearby, so I'm just safety safe stating. I don't want to feel like going all the way back to save regularly. New creatures. Ooh, that's 6 damage. This one hurts. Yeah, hitting those damage caps can be exciting. Unless it's too early and there doesn't break any further and the enemies still have a lot of HP, then it's just kind of like, what's the point? What's the next level? So 415. Yeah, use the brush on it. Just wondering if anything in the bottom. Nope. I think we're good here. Yeah, I gotta save up some MP for this. Okay, let me move more files. Wrong thing. Sorry, just a moment. Apparently one shot of them. Yeah, there might be a boss nearby. I'm very close to leveling as well. Double check. Okay. Sure. Very dramatic poison music. I should just restart. It's sick. Yeah, maybe. How's it going, Dimensional Harvester? Hmm. So, for you, let's do it, even though it's unlikely going to work. Oops, wrong way. Nope, didn't work. Yeah, we know. You mean to do that? Mm-hmm, yeah. Forget what Torch does. So I had 2 more pages of items. Get very close. We just have to go back the old-fashioned way since I used the MP there. Yeah, all according to Cake. Yeah, the create figurine thing, I think it's for another mode I never really messed with before. Yeah, so there's a boss here. It's going, Game Weaver. How you doing? We can at least try, otherwise we'll just grind. Oof. Well, congrats, a new job, though. Well, I just got to level up, so yeah. Really must need an MP refresher. Cool. Maybe I'm fine. Yeah, this is what I needed to level more. If I just get hit, I get hurt. They get hurt. And healing can only do so much. I'll just see if I can pull it off. That miss is gonna be fatal. I do have some potions as well, so I could just do that. Maybe I got this? Ugh. And luckily I go first. Yo, though I have to use items. There we go. Hey, first try. Safety save state. A glint of light is reflecting from a crack in a large black room in the center of this room. Dark metal with shiny brilliance that pierces your peripherals as embedded inside the black rock. There you go, we found the thing. Here, just go auto. Get there. 397. I think we're near the beginning. Ran away. My EXP. New crew resources. Chief will get. And then he got killed by all the skeletons. Okay. Also just all the old stuff. Don't really need these. Even if I might have helped with the damage. Go heal up. I'll get to the other ship, maybe. Or maybe talk to the prisoner. It's more convenient to leave here and rest here. The ding. Excuse me, do you know how to progress? Okay. Did see you go to the room in the top. was blocked before. Sure. We'll start from here, out of order. Okay, that's first. That's totally helpful for me. Banga banga, rat-a-tat-tat, pound pound, ground pound. And done. Oh no, I got trapped into this dialogue again. Those are gonna see something else. Gonna take myself another little small break. I feel a little hungry, so I want to just grab a little something to snack on. I'll be right back. Okay. Continuing on. Let me just double check on the NPCs. Not the one on the right. That one's being a little sus. I've been here before. Could have warped there, but I'm just conserving MPs just in case. Soon there will be war. Just need to figure out where to look for that chef. Where's the chef and the plot trigger? Oh, wait. I think I know what. I think I have to go outside of the world. Sometimes I have to do that. Checking in. I think I might need to look for his room. So something up there, maybe I have to look for a specific item. Then go back to the other world. Oops. Not there. If I just keep forgetting where. Over here. I think this was blocked before. Yeah, over here. Yes, I have to go back to the shrine afterwards. Yeah, let's just pick this floating heart. When you raise your hands, the heart draws ever so closer. One moment. Touch the pot. Whee! The young lady with a braided hair, so we gotta look for a chef amongst these figurines. So that's part of the puzzle. Here, so that should be it. As the figurine merges with the heart, it loosens from the pedestal. Here we go. Just for fun. And there's gonna be others like this. I just feel like messing around. Touch the ship. There we go. Thanks, kind stranger. Yeah, OST is good. I like the music in this. Alright, so I'm just gonna go back there. I'll just go rest there. Look right here. Alright. That's the info we need, so we go to the mall. So where's the Small King? Yeah, this became dungeon music. There it is. Oh yeah, this song. I can't do that high pitch. Sounded better in my head. Yeah, but yeah, this is one of my favorite songs in the game. Right, the best Foss theme. I need to level up a little bit though, because if I remember correctly, this boss can heal. A lot of major bosses heal. That's one of the more annoying things. I think I could go first at least. Okay, maybe this one doesn't heal, but I remember we fought this boss twice. The second time might heal. This one's just basically stat check. Nope, this is the boss fight. We're gonna grind later, though. Or maybe I've just been extremely lucky. Heavily. We got speed. I don't remember the buffs in this. I don't know if it was temporary or permanent buffs during the battle. Hey, Big Fatty Plus, welcome on in to the Mystic Arc. How you doing? What was your stream? What were you playing today? Yeah, played Luffy Alert. I like my SNES stuff. Hey, welcome in Tiki Party, welcome in Draconic Dude. For those that don't know me, I'm Mr. JRPG. I play through all kinds of RPGs, both old and new. And this is my SNES RPG challenge. Playing through all the localized and fan-translated SNES RPGs in Super Famicom. I'm just saying SNES to make it easier. Let's do this, friends. The SNES Sailor Moon. That was a pretty decent one. Really unbalanced. Yeah, it's been like probably over a year since I played it. It was a little fuzzy, but it was fun. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, this has been good. I haven't played this in a long time, but I'm enjoying it. Let's just go rest up. Have you ever played Seven Saga? Yeah, this is the spiritual successor to Seven Saga, same developers, just more refined. It's a good game. A little bit backtrack heavy, but it's been good. Let's go, friends. And surely I'll get friends. I might still need to grind though. But we just want to see how I fare against the boss. Or what happens. It's been a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them are reused. In similar battle style. Come on. Yeah. And there's multiple battle musics. That's the fun part. These green slimes take a bit. Gotta see what level next. Doing the auto battling. My HP is no longer nice. Uh, 864 to next level. That's a ways away. I feel like this part is new. This is causing only 1 damage now. No problem. Take care. Do what you gotta do. Take your time. I'll be streaming like about another hour. I don't know what's up with the rusted sword. Just weaker. Hey, cheater. Not cool. Then we came from there. What's that noise? Just kind of something loud outside. Just munching away the chips and got a little sandwich. I hunger too easily when relaxed. Not much water left though. Gotta refill. And escape. Trying to conserve my MP for the boss just in case. Yeah, they can just kind of get in the way, but I kind of need it as well. I do have this. But probably not gonna one-shot them. Magic isn't that good in this. Plus a heal, so that was a waste of MP. cheater. Join us, Ferris, for the ultimate battle. What's up with this place? Okay, that's just the rocks from earlier. We just taking the long way around. I forget if there's a save ahead or not, so just in case. After this battle, the save state. Let me check actually something else. I'm not gonna deal with that yet. We didn't check the far right. No, there's nothing. Ah, shit, attack. But Mole. Yeah, we're in trouble with Bloodhook. And so the Mole ate them all, yep. The end. But we still got more game. It's like basically the stories are divided into like little arcs. Oh, come on. Where's the captain? Yep. Yeah, this is a ship full of cats. That's Noir with another ship full of cats. Alright, so how to do this? Yep, it's a catastrophe, yeah, basically. I'll check with the other ship. See how things are here. Okay, let's get new stuff. Yeah, let's get the new stuff. It's not because I could just instantly sell the old stuff through this. Alright, so that's where we have to go to the lighthouse for.